Hey guys, today we're going to do a video interviewing an expat who has a vlogging channel here. Let's check it out.
Hey, Vern.
Hey! Hey guys, today we're in Dumaguete with Gio in the Philippines. And thank you for coming, Gio.
Yeah,
it's
no
good
problem.
to see you.
Good to see you.
And so the reason I'm doing this video is to try to connect other expats together so we can give you an idea of our experience here in the Philippines. So tell the viewers a little bit of your experience here. Do you like it? How long have you been here? And what are your future goals for living in Asia?
Sure. Well, been out here for over 3 years now. Still loving it. Still kind of hopping around different cities. So haven't quite nailed down the exact city of where I'm going to settle down in. But hopefully this year, that's one of my goals, is to find a city that I really like, and we'll kind of settle down, and hopefully at some point find that perfect girl and get married. And yeah.
So that's the dream, right? That's the hope that most people come to Asia. They hope to find what they can't find back in their home countries, right?
Yeah, I think most Western guys are a bit frustrated with the whole life back home. I mean, just the cost of living, the dating, you know, kind of the whole thing. And so it's kind of a second chance at life for many of us.
Absolutely, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. And for me, I was disillusioned with what I had back there. I had what was considered the quote American dream. I had the big house, I had a big property, but yet I was paying for that for 30 years. And I realized that I didn't need as much now to be happy as what I was told that I needed. And just everything here seemed to make more sense living more back in time. And that to me seemed of more of a value than what I could get back home.
Yeah, it's almost like living in the 1950s again, kind of like what the lifestyle would have been back in the 50s in the US or Canada or wherever. And I really like that a lot. I like that women are still maintain their feminine qualities here.
Absolutely.
Family's very important to them, which it is to me too. And just the slower life, right? You know, the pace is much slower, and the cost of living is huge too. It's a fraction of what it is in the US.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
So we just finished our extended Christmas season, and how was that for you? Have you ever experienced such a long Christmas season from September until January?
Hey, it's still going on, but behind me there's a Christmas tree still up, so, and the Christmas music is still on, so I would say it's still going on. But yeah, you know, for me it's kind of hard to get into the Christmas spirit. I'm used to the snow and everything, and the fireplace and all of that, and so for me it's still kind of hard to kind of get into the Christmas spirit here.
Right.
They love Christmas here though. I mean, they love singing and caroling and playing the music.
That they do.
From, I'd say, September through February probably.
Right.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's nice because they really get into it here.
It means something to them. It's important. They're looking forward to connecting with their families, where back home it's like, can we get this over with, right?
Right. Most of us don't even want to go, oh, we just do our ordering now on Amazon.
Right.
You know, we don't put a whole lot of effort into Christmas like maybe back in the old days.
It's gotten so bad it's come down to just gift cards. Here's a gift card. I don't want to shop for you anymore.
Yeah.
Get what you want, right?
Yeah.
Here's
exactly how much this person is worth. You're worth $20 at Starbucks. That's your value. That's what our friendship is worth. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of gift cards because I don't like advertising the exact amount that I think they're worth.
That's a good point. It is a risk.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your channel, Gio in the Philippines.
Yeah, I really just kind of started the channel as kind of a hobby. I didn't really expect it to take off, but I'm right about 10,000 subscribers now. So
nice.
I kind of started off just to help people who are moving out here, traveling out to the Philippines, and I wanted a little bit of a different niche. So I'm really kind of into reviewing different cities for other expats to live. You know, the good and the bad, and you know. To help people, you know, because when I came out, I didn't really find anyone who really reviewed any cities. They gave a lot of information about you know, what to do when you get here, how to get a license, all that kind of stuff, but not really any reviews on different places to live.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. That's kind of my niche. But
Nice.
I throw in some dating and some other, you know, informational stuff as well. So
Yeah, because most of the people that would come over here, chances are they're looking for that information also. So
yeah.
and that's when I came here, I surfed the internet looking for as much information as I could gain before I came out here, because we live in that fear culture, and so that just helped take a lot of that fear away. And then coming here, we could connect the videos to the experience, and it really does help. I agree.
Yeah, it does. I watched a lot of videos coming out here, and I found a lot of it useful. Like, I felt like when I landed, I had a little bit of information in my pocket, and I felt a little more confident coming out here after
Right.
watching some videos.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, because it is a complete unknown, right? It's a foreign land.
It is.
And you try to ask people back home what they think about you wanting to go there, and it's so scary for them that they don't really want to offer a good thing. Oh gosh, you got to be careful because you're going to have your cell phone taken, you're going to have this robbed, you're going to, you know,
Right.
it's just this huge fear bubble.
Yeah, and honestly, I would say I've had more fear in the U.S. at certain places than I ever have here.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree. So I asked my friend Robert in the last video, Robert, what do you miss? And you know what Robert told me he missed?
What?
Frozen pie crusts. I just
Frozen
thought,
pie crust.
frozen pie crusts, Robert. Robert. But he does a lot of food cooking, so to him that's important. And he said,
Sure.
frozen pie crusts are hard to make. He said it's an art. And it's kind of funny. Some of the things that people miss, I would never expect them to say. So Giovanni, what do you miss from America that you cannot find here?
3 things.
Is it pineapple on your pizza?
Yeah, please. No pineapple on pizza. But 3 things, really. 1, Greek yogurt. I can't find any good Greek yogurt. 2, berries like raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries.
I've never seen a blackberry here, come to think of it.
No, I don't think. Maybe raspberries and blueberries, but they're not like fresh because they're not coming from the Philippines. The only thing the Philippines has is strawberries coming from like Baguio or something.
Oh, okay.
Extremely expensive. So I miss berries because I put the berries into my yogurt. Last thing would be cheese. You know, we grew up kind of in a cheese state, so you can get cheese here. It's extremely expensive and just not a wide variety. So Greek yogurt, berries, cheese.
You know what I miss?
What's up?
Miracle Whip. I cannot
Miracle
find
Whip.
my Miracle Whip.
No.
I miss the Miracle Whip. It just is non-existent.
I think I saw it in Cebu at Rouston's.
Really?
So you could spend $40 to travel there and back to buy a jar of Miracle Whip.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So there was a guy that I was talking to, and he told me that they made a trip to Bacolod, and one guy managed to find stovetop stuffing in the box.
Wow.
And he packed like 80 boxes of stovetop onto the top of his motorcycle for the ride back to Dumaguete to get his stovetop stuffing.
Well, we have a mutual friend, Jason, who found Hamburger Helper online through Lazada, and I don't know if you remember, but he ordered like 2 big boxes full of Hamburger Helper.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
But I don't even know if you could find good hamburger here to put in the hamburger.
I don't know. I don't know. Caribou meat, maybe.
Right, right. Crazy.
Caribou. Yeah.
So when I came to the Philippines, it was kind of scary because there's many unknowns. It seems like we live more in a fear-based society back home, and people are afraid to leave the country. People are afraid of many unknowns. And so for me, I chose Dumaguete, being a well-known expat hangout and city, a friendly city towards expats, to start my journey in the Philippines. And for you, how did you feel about Dumaguete after living in Cebu and some of the other big cities? Did it feel more comfortable for an expat to live in? What was your experience?
No, I think for somebody who maybe has some fears, or it's a really big move moving from another country to the Philippines, and so for a lot of people who don't have a lot of travel experience and living abroad experience, I think Dumaguete is a really safe bet because there's a lot of expats, so there's kind of a you know, you got people you can hang out with, people you can relate to, Western style amenities with food and stuff.
Right.
So for a lot of guys, this is a good stepping off point. You know, either here or even Cebu is pretty good. But for me, long term, probably wouldn't stay here just because I kind of like to be away from the expats. But it is a nice place. I like it. I like having a lot of the Western amenities, which you're not gonna have unless there are a lot of Westerners someplace.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So for the most part, I like Dumaguete a lot. Yeah.
So today is January 4th, January 5th? What is today?
Maybe the 6th?
Okay, so we'll say the 6th. And the reason I bring that up is it's summertime here. We're in t-shirts, and back where I grew up in Minnesota, you would freeze your butt off this time of year. And so here it always seems like it's summertime. So how does that feel for you? Perpetual summertime. Do you have any problems with that?
None. I mean, actually, I grew up in Minnesota until I was 13, and then parents moved to Florida to semi-retire, and so half my life was in the freezing tundra, and the other half was in Sunshine State, you know, Florida. So I'm kind of used to it a bit, but I don't think I could ever live in a cold environment again, nor do I even want to go back and visit during the winter months.
We're the same.
If I visit, it's going to be in the summer months.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went back after I'd been outside of the country, and I remember it was so cold, I'm trying to breathe the air. It was like, oh, it actually hurt my lungs to breathe that air back there.
Yeah.
And people were asking me, why do you want to go? Why do you want to leave Minnesota? And I'm like, are you guys serious? Why?
Yeah, I mean, you're really hibernating half the year in Minnesota, so and other parts of the U.S. But even right now, there's like a really nice breeze where it's not really that hot. That's one good thing about being on the ocean here.
Right.
So,
And it's not all the time, but when you do get a breeze, it's fantastic. So it feels like it's 70, 75 degrees is what we're experiencing here. And we don't feel really any humidity today because of the breeze. So
right, exactly.
It's perfect, just perfect. We're in the shade. You couldn't ask for a nicer day.
Yeah, for sure.
So Gio, thank you for meeting me and being a guest on my channel. I wish your channel much success. I've known you, I think, for over a year now.
3
years since oh my God.
Well, in person, I think we met maybe over a year ago in person.
Okay.
But, yeah.
But we met through a mutual friend. Rike, Life Beyond the Sea. Check it out. That's another good channel. If it wasn't for Rike, I wouldn't have felt comfortable to come to the Philippines. So watching his videos has been really invaluable for me.
Yep, same.
And so we kind of became friends through Rike, so that's been a boost for us. And I feel that he kind of pioneered that jump for a lot of us expats to come. So it's been a good thing. All right. So thanks again, Gio.
No problem.
And
Thank
good
you.
luck with your channel, and thanks for being a guest on my show.
Thanks.
All right, you bet.
Hey, Vern.